right? Win-win. So the third thing that will keep you healthy, which is super, super insanely easy, is sleep. So what do we know? We know that when you sleep, this is when your body is like, it's regenerating, it's recovering, it's doing all these things, that it's repairing itself in the most basic terms. It is repairing itself. Sleep is so important. And they've shown that people who don't get enough sleep, they have a higher risk of diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, cancer. So I just need to go to sleep? If I go to sleep, I'll lose weight. So I don't even have to, I can eat what I want and I'll lose weight if I just go to sleep. So, sleeping. So I'm like, wow, this is like really, really, really amazing stuff, people. So if you get enough sleep, let me say this again, decreases your risk of getting high blood pressure, diabetes. And we're talking about diabetes where you go blind, you end up in kidney failure, on dialysis, you get one leg cut off, the next leg cut off. Diabetes is nothing to play with, right? High blood pressure, you get a stroke, heart attack, and then obesity. And you have so many people who are doing all the things. They're exercising, they're like changing what they eat, and they don't sleep. So sleep is like huge, huge. So then the question becomes, so how much sleep is enough sleep? Now, I will tell you the appropriate amount of sleep. People disagree with what the appropriate amount is. And what the appropriate amount is differs for per age. So like a newborn is different than a toddler, which is different than like a younger child, different than an adolescent, different than a teenager, different than somebody like me, and then different than somebody who's elderly. So there's a range of normal, but an easy way to just kind of say, am I getting enough sleep? When you go to sleep and you wake up, do you wake up with an alarm, or can you wake up without an alarm? Do you wake up feeling refreshed, or do you wake up feeling tired and you need coffee, you need a pick-me-up? So if you pay attention to your body, and it's not only sleep, it also is sleep quality, like how long does it take you to fall asleep? Do you get like a good deep sleep? All those things, right? But sleep, I don't have to do anything but sleep, drink water, and exercise for 8 minutes a day, and I'm gonna decrease my risk of having one of these horrible chronic diseases, being on these medications, and dying? Wow. I really think there should be so many more people talking about this. Like, people should be shouting all of this from the rooftops, right? It should be on the billboards. It should be everywhere. And we don't hear enough about it. I think, weight loss and all this stuff and disease and illness is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Do you know, as a physician, I could endorse a vitamin. I could actually sell vitamins. I can, and make a lot of money, right? Because I'm a physician. She's selling these vitamins. They must be good. There's so much money to be made, like in the wellness space, and so much money to be made in the sickness space, right? Not as much money to be made in like, oh, I'm just healthy space, and I don't need a doctor, I don't need a hospital, and I'm not buying all those supplements, right? Not as much money there. So a lot of people have a vested interest in us not being the healthiest versions of ourselves. And so although this sounds insanely easy, there's studies after studies to back it up. And so to me, that was the best news out of 2022, is like 8 minutes of vigorous exercise. Are you kidding me? That's it. Drink more water. Yeah. You're right. I don't drink enough water. We're going to change that. Something quick and easy to change. So like what I'm doing now is I drink like a big cup of water first thing when I wake up in the morning. Like that's just what I do. I make sure I drink another thing of water like before I head to the hospital, and then I drink more water when I get home. And so I'm just much more conscious of the fact like I I just want to be healthier. And you mean drink water? Got you. I can do that. And sleep. I know sleeping is not always easy because we are so busy and so distracted, and between our screens, between all the things that we have going on, we don't prioritize sleep. And the reality is that when you're not prioritizing sleeping and those things, what you're doing is you're not prioritizing yourself. And so I want to say, I think you're worth it. And when you are, making these resolutions for the New Year's and saying, I want to be healthier, I want to live longer, I want to feel better, remember Dr. Kanika's 3 insanely easy things to do to live longer and to be healthier. We're going to do it again, just in case you're just joining. And number 1, 8 minutes of vigorous exercise a day. 8 minutes. Not 9, not 10, 8 minutes. You can find 8 minutes to exercise, to get some vigorous exercise in, whatever it looks like. You just need to not be able to have a conversation. That's how you know it's vigorous. A little bit of huffing and puffing, a little bit of shortness of breath. Okay, I got it. Number 2, drink water. Drink water. Simple. And in case you don't know, I dropped a little tidbit. Water is actually free if you live in a community where the water is safe. I know that's a privilege that is ridiculous that everybody doesn't have. But for those of you who live in communities where tap water is safe, it is also free. So drink more water, okay? And you have to go back if you want to know like how much water is enough water. And then the last one was get more sleep. Go to bed. Turn your phones off. Turn off your favorite streaming service and go to sleep. All right? So hope you guys have the happiest of New Year's. I hope you have the best year. 2023 is your best year yet. And if you don't manage to do all of those amazing health resolutions that you had planned to do, if things fall off, be like, you know what? I'm not going to the gym like I said I was, but I'm still gonna get my 8 minutes. You know what? I'm still drinking a little bit more wine than I really think I should, but let me drink some water too. I'm just trying to let you know there are easy ways that you can live longer, be healthier. And they say Rome wasn't built in a day. And the thing I want to say is that like the chronic diseases that we have, one of the reasons that you don't tend to see them until like maybe your 40s and your 50s and your 60s is because the body is an amazing, resilient organism, right? This body is just amazing. And so your body is constantly trying to heal itself, even in spite of our neglect, even in spite of our abuse. It does an amazing job of like sustaining us and maintaining us, even when we ignore it, right? However, it will eventually catch up with you. And so just like those small little things that we do to our body over decades eventually catch up with you, these little small things that you can do to your body to say, oh, I love my body. I love these legs that get me around. I love these eyes that allow me to see. I love this mouth that allows me to talk and to say all the things that need to be said. Yeah, maybe I don't have a lot of time to do a lot of things, but maybe I'll do my best to take care of it. I'm gonna drink some more water. I'm gonna go to bed at night and 8 minutes of vigorous exercise a day. All right, so that's it, guys. Thanks for rocking with me. I hope you found this helpful and I hope you implement some of these things. I will tell you for myself, I'm like, if I get 2 out of the 3 things done in a day, I'm feeling really good, right? So maybe I exercised in the morning and then maybe I exercised in the morning and then I drank enough water. And so, I'm not going to bed and get as much sleep as I would like to have gotten, but I did 2 out of the 3. Or maybe I didn't get my exercise on, but I'm drinking plenty of water. And you know what? I'm gonna go to bed tonight. 2 out of the 3. So I want you to get all 3, but I want you to feel really good about yourself, even if you start with only 2 out of the 3, okay? Like I said, Rome wasn't built in a day. We are going to take care of ourselves. We are going to be the best versions of ourselves. And I'm just here to spread the word, right? So thanks for rocking with me. Thanks for coming to my live. So good to see all of you. I'm Dr. Kanika, board certified internal medicine physician, also health equity and workplace inclusion strategist, new author, and I work with organizations who are committed to creating and leveraging opportunities for communities of color and creating anti-racist organizations. So you can follow me at Dr. Kanika MD on all the social media platforms. You can also shoot me an email at info@drkanikamd.com. See how easy I made this? And I look forward to hearing with you, chatting with you, and all the things. Once again, Happy New Year's.